Happy Thursday, everyone. Here's our message from Spirit for April 17th. I want to thank you for being here, and this is a message that I think that you might have heard before, but if not, I trust that whoever hears it today will need to hear it. Again, thank you for being here. What separates us from the world of spirit, for those of us in the living world, is like a one-way mirror that we would see in a cop show. So basically, we sit on the side of the suspects. Our beloved dead, our ancestors, our loved ones in spirit sit on the side of the cops, where they see us, they feel us, they know us. It is my belief that if we want them to exist, rest in peace, we have to live in peace. And that really has nothing to do with the relationship between the living and the dead. What that has to do is, that has to do with the relationship of love. Because when we love somebody, their suffering becomes ours. Their peace becomes ours. Think of somebody in this world that you care for. When you watch them suffer, like a partner, a parent, a child, a friend, don't you suffer? When your pets suffer, don't you suffer? Now, what happens to us in spirit is that our loved ones in spirit, they know what we're thinking. They know what we're feeling. They know if we're beating ourselves up in ways that we shouldn't be. So when we carry around the unnecessary guilt, the unnecessary grief, the unnecessary pain and turmoil and self-hatred, they watch us as amazing human beings walking through a really complicated world, putting ourselves through unnecessary misery. And if we're suffering, they suffer. I also believe in the inherent ability for the human being to control the conversation that we have with ourselves. I control the conversation that I have with myself because I don't want my grandmother in spirit to suffer. I don't want my grandmother, who loves me, who watches over me, to watch her grandson suffer. So I don't beat up her grandson. Today, I want you to consider that. I want you to consider the inner narrative, the inner conversation that I know you can control. I want you to consider the unnecessary pain, grief, turmoil, stress, self-loathing, self-hatred, limiting self-beliefs, all of those things that you put yourself through that you never want another human being to go through. And I want you to do your damnedest to shift that narrative, because your peace is their peace. Your suffering is their suffering. Take that into consideration and try to find a path to peace today, because I know it's so worth it. The peace of our loved ones. Think about what you would do for the peace of your loved ones here and in spirit. If you want them to be at peace, you should work on your own. Thank you for being here again. And to learn more about me, to sign up for a reading, to find out what's happening and what they think on the other side of that one-way mirror, find me online at joshsimons.com.